Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the FV304. It's the Tier 6 British SPG. This one's located on the defending team of Erlenberg Assault, and it's under the command of a fingernail clipping. And he's got the improved gun laying drive, rammer, and vents for this battle. Well, you can also see he's got 3 marks of excellence on his burt. It's quite astonishing the amount of effort you have to put in to get that 3 marks on this little beast. But yeah, fingernail clipping actually plays whilst he's, shall we say, relaxed. Yes, he loves playing whilst he's stoned. Well, why not if you can actually do that? It doesn't do that for me, unfortunately. I get absolutely no effect from it. Well, not a good effect, actually. So I don't actually participate in it. But I do know some people who actually love a little bit of the old Mary Jane or weed, whatever you call it. And so each to their own taste. Of course, you shouldn't do it if it's illegal, like driving with it, but you can certainly get a good effect for those people who actually do suffer from illnesses. Now, as you know, my sister died recently. She actually had Parkinson's, and actually using a bit of weed actually does help those people who do have Parkinson's, although my sister didn't take it because, of course, she didn't believe it. And so, well, not the case that she didn't believe. She'd seen the effects of the weed on people, the deleterious effects, and really good hits going in here. And so obviously she didn't participate, but it is possible to get the gummies with the effect, or even to get oil, that, you know, medical oil, which can have the same effect as well. So certainly for those certain people who do actually have illnesses, they can actually not only improve their status or their actual illness by taking the appropriate material, but it can actually relieve a lot of the symptoms they might be suffering from. He tracked him that time, so he did burn his repair kit to get active. Okay, so we're going for it again. Rounds out. If he does track him again, it's more than likely going to be permanent. Now, there is an enemy tank coming up the west side. In fact, there's 2 of them. You've got a T-3485 and also a Poodle. He's moving into the bushes just to protect himself. Doesn't want to get spotted straight out. Well, the T-3485's gone down, but the Poodle's still there. So he might as well continue. Fires a quick snapshot in there. And he did go reasonably fast to the target. Now, the good thing about the FV304 is it does have vents, or at least it's an enclosed Arty, so you can use vents. And that does make a big difference. It boosts the crew's skills. Ah! Just got the Hellcat. That's his first kill. Now, there are other improvements that you can actually make, equipment that you can add to your vehicle. And obviously, some pieces of equipment like the gun rammer and the gun laying drive really do help the team, but there's other things you can actually use, such as a gun rotation device or an improved rotation device, and or if you want to remain camouflage, you can even improve your vehicle by fitting one of those, the low noise exhaust. But I think a lot of players are actually now boosting up the speed of the Burt, and the Burt can get up to 80 kilometers an hour if you get the right equipment and the right crew skills. So yes, it is possible, because Steve Walls has actually done it. He's got another one. There goes the VK3002M. It means that a fingernail clipping has got a very practiced hand when it comes to the Burt, but he's also very relaxed when he's playing, and that's good for him. Apparently, he said that he had actually had a spliff just before he played this game, So he was under the effects by the time that he came into it. At least that's what he told me.
Watch out! Retreat!
Okay, he's warning that Berser there might be the poodle nearby. Remember, this is an assault game, so they've got to get that cat within 10 minutes. And they are getting close. The Hellcat at the other end of the map, he really shouldn't be there. Yes, it would help if he did find the Arty on the enemy team quickly and dispose of it and then came back. But yes, this is an assault game, so it's really all about getting to the cap area. Okay, we can see the Berser. That's the enemy Berser, not ours. And that red line is extending over the engine deck. And that was a direct hit. You can see the mark on the back of the engine deck. So it's actually showing that, yes, he did strike him. Rounds out. Another direct hit this time on the M6. Okay, lining up a shot on the KV2 this time. Fires it in. And he's killed him. That's his third kill of the game. It's also very good that somebody's knocked down the tree at the right point in the crossing on this side of the river. It actually acts as a barrier to stop anybody seeing the FV304 as he's moving out about the back. But there could be an enemy tank up on near the windmills. That's the problem. At the moment, we're looking at that Berser, and he got him with a splash. That was a near miss splash, and he's gone. And the KV2 just took out the M6. But we've been spotted. Somebody saw us. You notice these? This is what I was commenting about, those trees. But somebody saw us, and that could be the poodle across the river. He's just changing position right now. I suspect it was the poodle. In fact, there's the poodle. So it was the poodle. Unfortunately, the poodle just killed our KV2, and he's now protecting himself, but I'm sure fingernail clipping can yield a shot or two. Now, the 4.5-inch howitzer that he's using has 450 alpha, 28 millimeters of pen, and 2.2 meters on the damage radius. You saw him take care of that enemy KV2 by a splash, and he also got another tank by a splash. He's just been spotted by the poodle again because he was amongst the trees and he was up on the ridgeline. Now the enemy Arty's trying to have a go, and they've got a Hummel and another FV304, and that shot just there was more than likely from the Hummel and at long range. And now the poodle is capping. Now our M4A3 Easy 8 is moving down to try and get sight of the guy. We're going to hang back because if we go too close, we could easily get taken out. The frontal armor on the Burt is only 14 millimeters thick, so we could be taken out. And the enemy Arty firing again just misses us. He's firing even though we can't see the target. He's guessing where the poodle might be. And now there's more than one in the cap. In fact, there's the poodle. Go for him first. That's it. Yes! Got the kill. Reduce the capping. So he's got one. Now, can we get the Churchill 7? There's only 3 left on the enemy team. He plants one into the side of the Churchill 7. And I think our Easy 8 is doing a great job, but so is fingernail clipping. Fires in. Yes! Oh, a huge one. 213. And he just gets the kill. Well, he doesn't get the kill. The Easy 8 gets the kill. And now there are just 2 Arty on the enemy team. We just saw that shot come in there. Now, that was the Burt. And I think one that came in directly afterwards was from the Hummel. Now, we don't have to go hunting them. We can let them come to us because, of course, they have to cap. They've got no choice. They've only got a minute and, well, just over a minute left. And so they have to come to us in order to get the win. And we can just deal with them when they get here. There really is no point in trying to go and hunt them down. But I think the enemy Burt must be fairly close because those shells came in one after the other. So he must be within firing range. Fingernail clipping, just adjusting his position. And he's found him. There's the Burt. The enemy Burt's right down by the river. right on the water's edge, and the EC8 is getting good shots. Oh, it's a kill shot! He got the shot into the water, and now there's just the Hummel left on the enemy team. And he's not going to come in. 10 seconds to go. He's on the east side of the map, that's for sure, because that's where the shell came from. But he's not going to make it in time, which means this is going to be a victory. And there it is. Here's the end of battle results, and that was an ace tanker to a fingernail clipping in the FV304, the Burt. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 16 in that game. That's a huge amount. He also picked up a Top Gun because that last kill, the FV304 on the enemy team, was his 6th kill. And so, yes, he got the medal for Top Gun. His win rate was 5,757, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. And the team score shows that he didn't get the highest damage. The KV2 on our team got 2,154 hit points, but he didn't get the high caliber either because it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. Second highest damage went to a fingernail clipping, 1,905. And the third highest damage in the game actually went to the enemy Hummel, who we never saw. He got 1,788 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, we can see definitely a fingernail clipping got tops with 6 kills. The next highest scorer being the Poodle on the enemy team, who managed to get 3, and 2 kills roamed by the KV2 and the OI on our team, and the M6 and FV304 on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, we were in second place. Yes, the KV2 on our team managed 1,061. He was the only one to get over 1,000 base. 957 went to a fingernail clipping, and the next highest after that was the Firefly 5C, who only had 693. He fired 30 rounds in the game. Remember, this artillery actually carries 75 rounds in total. He got 14 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and 22 splash. Damage of 1,905, of which 1,074 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see a lot of damage was done at close range, about 900 hit points, about half of the damage he was doing. He did receive 1 hit by way of splash from the enemy Arty, who did get close, at least more than once actually. It seemed more than once. It's showing only 1, but we saw it and we felt it as well. 9 enemy vehicles were damaged, 6 were killed. He got 297 hit points of damage assistance in that game, and he got 47 defense points when he reset the cap, so he didn't get enough to actually pick up a defender medal, but he was getting there. On a free-to-play account, he actually made 55,797 credits profit, including a 40,000 mission completion bonus. He got 25 bonds for a mission achievement, and he also picked up 1,914 experience points after that one as well. So he said the first stoned nut game of the night, 6 kills and good teamwork. It certainly was, and amazing actually. He did the right thing to get across the river and to be on the other side, because if you're over there and you're amongst the trees, the enemy can't see you and they're not going to get close enough to see you. They might occasionally peek you through the bushes, but if you move about amongst the trees, then it's very difficult for them to nail you down. And that means you can continue to defend the cap. And it was a good job that that Easy 8 was there as well, because he could help him out by doing the occasional spotting. And of course, he was getting regular shots on the enemy as well. So that's the end of the first battle. A really good win for fingernail clipping. A lovely shot to finish off the game for the enemy FV304, catching the guy as he was going along the riverbank, trying to conceal himself from the Easy 8. Didn't help him. He got him. Let's have a look at the second battle. The second replay is on Murovanka Encounter, and we're on the South Spawn, and the equipment is still the improved gun lane drive, rammer, and vents. Game on! Now, you probably do know that FV stands for fighting vehicle, and that there was a variety of different fighting vehicles that were actually produced, which could have been actually manufactured. The FV305 is actually the version that has the 5.5 inch main gun instead of the 4.5 inch that we actually show in this version. Of course, the 4.5 inch is also the same piece that you actually find on the BT42 and also on the Bishop. And of course, it's also on the Crusader 5.5 as the stock howitzer. Well, rounds out in the 45 TP. Oh, direct hit, 126. Now, I think this battle took place about almost 24 hours later than the one you just saw. I think there was a significant amount of time between the two, but basically it was the same period. And he actually has been waiting a few weeks to see this replay. Yeah, I'm afraid I sometimes do get delayed, and those delays come about because I get loads of replays sent to me at the same time. There are some people who are waiting for replays that they sent in last year, and I promised them I would get them done. I will get them done. I have got them in my list to be done in the near future. But please do be patient with me. I get so many replays, and I try to get as many Arty ones as I can done, mainly down to the fact that we are more of an Arty channel than a standard tank channel. I mean, there are plenty of channels out there that will do standard ordinary tank replays, but there are so few that actually do Arty replays almost as a speciality. We can see that guy's still there because he's knocking over stuff that are right next door to the house. So if there is a delay, that's probably the reason, but eventually I will get around to everything. He got a direct hit there again, 145. Looks like he got the front quarter of the vehicle there. Yeah, it looks like the shell hit the front plate. And that's another direct hit. Now, the standard reload for this Arty, 12.94 seconds. A fingernail clipping has it down to 10.12. So he's not 2 seconds off the reload time. Actually, closer to 3 seconds off the reload time. And when it gets to this lower level of reload, that really does make a huge difference on the enemy. You can see we've captured most of the Magic Forest. In fact, I don't think you can say that they have anything. But look at this 45 TP. We nearly got a shot in there. Nearly. Knocks the tree down for a bit of cover. Obviously, the danger of knocking a tree down is that the enemy Arty might see the tree go down and realize there's somebody there who's trying to use it for concealment. I like what he's doing here as well. Moving up in this way is actually helping him to get better shots on the enemy in the cap area. The major damage or danger is that the enemy is so close. Well, he's got his first kill, and that was a Hellcat. And that was the closest enemy tank to him at the time. He's lining up a shot in the VK. It's a one shot. And now he's got his second kill. Okay, starters, you mean to go on. And yes, he's certainly dealing damage. He thinks the guy's behind the house, using it as cover. In fact, he is still there. There's the Blesk. Okay, looks like he's tracked. He's turning his turret as if saying, what can I do before I die? You can see the enemy Arty's also firing in, but there goes the Blesk. The kill shot there went to the S51 Martin. He's right down at the spawn point in the south. Okay, so he's lining up a shot, this time on the T-3485M. You can see the guy was maneuvering, doing a three-point turn, trying to turn around. Okay, the SPAC. That's that unusual tank destroyer. He fires a snap in and he gets it. Okay, loaded again. Fires snap again, same spot, just in case the guy's still there. If you can't see a tank, using the mini-map and the last possible sighting of that tank can be a good alternative or substitution they don't need, they're not always in the same spot, but every now and then you'll fire at the same spot where they were seen on the minimap and they are still there. They haven't moved away. It's a mistake that a lot of tank players make. Another mistake that tank players make, which obviously Arty capitalizes on, and I don't think you need to worry about sharing this information. It's common knowledge that you don't go for the most obvious spot straight at the start of a game, but you'd be surprised at the number of tank players who do that. They will go to the obvious bush and they will sit in the obvious bush, and then they will receive a shell, even though they were never spotted. They receive a shell because they just sat in the most obvious place possible, and the RT knew about it. Okay, this guy hiding behind the house. That splash of 107. He's now realized it's a bit dangerous to be there because he might get hit by an Arty shell. That house is actually being a bit of a hindrance. You can see it's causing a red line. So he's backed up and he knocked down the tree when he did that, but I think he's moved far enough away. Rounds out in the Skoda. Oh, he's another kill on the move. That's his third. He lined up the shot. The guy was on the move and he smacked him. This T-3485M is going to get the message. It's just a little too dangerous to be closer to that cap area. We're already capping. He's hovering around there to try and get resets. We've got 2 in the cap already. We're just going to make life very uncomfortable for him by firing rounds in like that. And he's out the game. That's the 4th kill. Okay, next target. That's Scorpion. Is he the next to go down? Well, not from that shot. And he did get a reset. Lots of shells are coming in. That was the S51, by the way, who just fired in. We saw a bit of stun there. And the Scorpion went out to the Porlac tank. There's only 3 enemies left now. There's one, the S-Vac. Oh, he's out as well. That's 5. 5 kills. And the Hummel's just been located and killed. That means there's only the Lorraine 15550 left. If Fingernail Clipping can get that, he gets a Top Gun. So he's probably going to be firing a few on the move, just on the off chance he gets something. They all think he's in the corner, and I think he is too, because they've looked everywhere else. Now he's got to use the speed of this thing, 72 kilometers an hour maximum. Can he find the guy? Can he shotgun him at close range? There he is! Okay, lock on. Oh, and before we can get the kill, he so wanted that Top Gun. That was beautiful. It really is a treat every time we get 2 replays from Fingernail Clipping that we can put out straight away, because they are so good. Unfortunately, this one did get delayed. As you can see, it was actually 15th of March that the Fingernail Clipping sent these in, but they were so good. We got an ace tanker for a Fingernail Clipping in the FV304. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4. In fact, he got 5 in the end. 1 short of getting a Top Gun, 1/3 of the enemy team. And he also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10. And his win rate from this one was even higher. It was 7,464. I seem to recall the last one, 5,757. So yes, he was just getting better and better as time goes on. Now, let's have a look at team score this time. Well, we can see he definitely got the highest damage on his team, but not the highest damage in the game. That SPAC 105 actually picked up the high caliber for 4,721 hit points of damage. Yes, he did get a high score, but we can see that Fingernail Clipping got the 2nd highest damage, 2,489. The 3rd highest goes to the Udes, who managed 2,190, and he got a tank sniper in the game. When it came to kills, it's, Fingernail Clipping getting that one. 5 kills to him. 3 kills goes to the Udes and the Burza on his team. And on the enemy team, the SPAC managed 3. And when it came to base XP, he's definitely got that one. So 969 went to a Fingernail Clipping. 789 went to the Udes 03. And the third highest, well, that goes to the Burza with 689. So he definitely got the top in 2 of the columns, missed out by getting second place on the amount of damage. He fired 35 rounds in this game, and he got 11 direct hits on the enemy and 3 penetrating shots, 16 splash. 2,489 hit points of damage, of which 2,126 were at more than 300 meters. He damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 5, so he was well on the way to getting a Pools medal at some points during the battle, because of course he was hitting a large number of them, but was outside getting a Confederate, because of course it has to be it has to be a difference of 6 in order to get the Confederate, and his difference here was only 5. 170 hit points of damage assistance in the game, and he, on a premium count this time, he earned 136,207 credits profit, including 105,000 for mission completion. And he also took away 2,907 experience points as well. So 2 really good battles in the Burt. And you can see why a fingernail clipping has 3 marks of excellence. He practices and practices, and he gets really good. And the way he times these shots as well, he knows where to put the shell. And amazing thing, doing all this whilst he's very, very relaxed. So more power to him as he's doing it. Hope you enjoyed these replays. I certainly did. If you did, please give it a like, and thank you for watching.